President Trump has finally announced his Supreme Court nominee. But what happens now to get that person officially sitting on the bench? Frankly, the process could be quite simple. A candidate is nominated by the president. They then face a series of hearings before the Senate Judiciary Committee. The committee votes whether to send the nominee to the full Senate with a positive, negative, or neutral report. It then goes to debate on the Senate floor, and if they agree to cut off the debate and the Senate approves with a simple majority, which is 51 votes, a nominee is on their way to becoming a justice on the Supreme Court. Easy, right? Yeah, probably not this year. Some Senate Democrats promised before President Trump even announced his pick that they would bring that person down no matter who it was.
They're gonna get I'm just even before you start. That was a preemptive
Well, let's take a look at how they can do this. They can start with a filibuster, which the Senate minority has only used one time in modern history to block a Supreme Court nominee. Filibusters are a distraction that prevent the measure from being brought to a vote and allow senators to speak on the floor for as long as they wish on any topic they choose.
And I would go for another 12 hours to try to break Strom Thurmond's record, but I've discovered that there are some limits to filibustering, and I'm gonna have to go take care of one of those in a few minutes here.
For the Republicans to invoke cloture, which would bring the filibuster to a close and call for a vote, they need 60 senators. Now, the GOP has a 52-48 majority in the Senate, so they'd have to woo 8 Democrats to vote with them to end the filibuster. There are 10 Democratic senators up for re-election soon in states Trump won, so they might be able to find them there. But if they don't find the votes, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell will have a major decision to make. Does he go nuclear? The nuclear last resort option in this case would be a simple majority voting to change the rules of the Senate forever to make it impossible to filibuster a Supreme Court nominee. So why would they not do this? Some warn this could set a precedent for eventually getting rid of the filibuster altogether, which is the only lifeline the Senate minority has to block legislation they strongly oppose. Republicans have been the minority many times in the Senate and understand how important the filibuster is to both parties. McConnell has high hopes the nominee will get through without having to resort to going nuclear, and historically, the Senate has only rejected 12 nominees that made it through the initial process and were submitted for a vote. Since 1975, the average length of time from nomination to final Senate vote is 67 days. But I think we should all fasten our seatbelts, sit back, and let Jesus take the wheel, because this confirmation could be a long, unprecedented ride. Bringing you all the latest from Washington, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.